we are ready for our next step. We've got cups in and everything on the inside. I put the underwire channeling in, and I have not stitched it down for the second pass. So I stitched it 1/4 inch on the seam of the cup. I stitched it on that first inside edge. Okay, and this is where, remember, the plush side goes near your skin. So take the underwire channeling, stitch it down the one time, because right in the middle where the boning is going to go, when I press down the underwire channeling, I want to make sure that I don't stitch up the sides that will disturb where the boning is going to go. I want to make sure the boning goes all the way up and stops there. But then when I stitch down the underwire channeling, I'm going to like stop right there and stop right there. And then I'm going to come to the top and stitch across to secure everything. So underwire channeling comes up and boning comes up on both sides. Okay, so that's why I left it there. All right, so right now I'm just going to make sure my underwire channeling is secure here at the underarms. Secure that and stitch it down. And the next step we're going to work on is the closure tape. I've already measured to where I'm going to get 6 by 3, and this is where my measurement is going to be. The first thing I'm going to do is do a bar tack stitch right down here. So what we do know is this is a raw edge, and you don't want that to come loose. So I'm going to do a bar tack stitch, a really tight zigzag stitch. It may be called something on your machine, but it's called a bar tack stitch, but it's like a 1/2 point width, and no, it's a 1 point width and maybe a 1/2 point length, and it's very tight. And if you stitch carefully down your line, you can cut and you'll have a nice secure edge on the hook side and on the eye side and the hook side. All right, so that's where I'm going to stitch here, and I'm going to stitch here. See, I did my stitch right here. Like I said, it's a really tight bar tack stitch. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut my side. This is my 6 by 3, so you cut on the right side. Just turn it on the other side, because remember, you're going to use the other side too for another project. And see how nice and clean that is. And I'm going to do the same for this one. I keep doing that. I can't. I'm right-handed, so you just see. Same here. So, and then just make sure it measures up. All right, and then we're going to put it on each side. And this tape is really cool. If you haven't seen this one before, I like this one because this is an open edge here on the eyes side, and then the hooks are a fold. So you're going to fold this tape over your edge and do your zigzag down. So what I did here, when I stitched down the underwire channeling, I stopped. If you can see, this is where the boning casing, I just drew a line and I stopped stitching right there. So like right here, the underwire channeling is loose on this side. And once we get everything in, the boning will go all the way up. The underwires will go all the way up, and we'll just stitch right across to secure everything. Because hopefully you put a bow right there, but you can see the stitch lines. Stop here and stop there. So that's all done. Now I'm just going to put my straps on, and you may do a self strap. I'm doing an elastic strap, And this is just my little detail that I like here. If I do fold over elastic, I'll leave an opening right there. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to use a ring right here just to give it some more detail. And I don't know. Let me think. I may put it on, just do the strap. Well, if it were 3/4, I'll see. I'll come right back to you and see what I did. So I ended up doing a self strap. Isn't that cute? Okay, so now let's tackle this boning. Look at my little sticker right there. I'll get it some kind of way. But yeah, that happens. All right, so take your boning. And remember, you need to file. I haven't done mine yet, but file down because these will poke through. These edges will tear through casing, tear through your satin on the other side. So just be careful. But how we're going to measure, here's your side piece. It's going to stop right here, right at the bottom of the underarm elastic through the casing. And we want to stop it about 1/4 inch above the very bottom of the bottom band elastic. Okay, so I'm going to measure right there and cut. And I want 2 of these pieces, right, because one goes on the other side. And once I get these filed down, and then one piece is going to go in the middle, all the way up to about right there. And then 1/4 inch right above the bottom band elastic. Okay. Now remember, the boning is going to be at a curve because that's how it came, and it's designed to hug. So you want your boning to go in concave like that towards your body because it's designed to hug that direction. All right, so put it in like that, and we're going to slide it in. And it's fiddly, so just be careful. Now, I remember this from last time. If your boning has this netting in it, take that out. Where's my piece? Here we go. Because it just, there's no way to get it in there, and it'll scrunch up. So I'm punching my boning right up to that point. To the point it stops. And it's right there. See, I cut it about 1/4 inch right there, and then I'm going to stitch across right across the bottom. And guys, even if you have to hand stitch to get this really secure, you can do that. But see how I put it in, and it's that direction that it's going to be towards your body. Okay, so get your other 2 pieces of elastic in. Your boning in. Get your other 2 boning pieces, or if you also did the pieces underneath the cup, get those in. Put your underwires in, and that's a point to try them on. Okay, I also do not secure my straps. This is a temporary stitch right here for my straps until I try it on, and then I'll come back and say, okay, I got good straps, because right now the ring is all the way down here, and I want to make sure, I want to be able to cut this so I'm not wearing it like that, because you do want your straps to be able to graduate as you wear, graduate in as you wear the bra. Okay, I've got boning in, I've got underwires in, and I've stitched across the bottom with the 1/4 where the 1/4 inch stop is. Stitch across all 3 bottoms, and I put the underwire channeling in, so I stitched across the top so that I'm securing the boning and the underwires. My straps are in, and they're still temporarily stitched because I want to try it on. But yeah, it's done. It is done. So good luck with yours. Try it on and post it You may know the adjustments you need to make if you need to make any, particularly with the strapping. And if you know, there's a lot of different things that I look at this bra as preference, like the boning here, that's preference for me. The weight of the power band, that's preference. I use a really firm weight. The width of the elastic, the pattern indicates 1.5 inches. I've used 1 inch before and it was nice. Again, it's a long line bra. You can make whatever adjustments you want, if you want it longer, if you want it shorter. And you can typically take any bra pattern and make it long line. You're just lengthening the main lines, the frame. But this is the Diamond Bustier from Pinup Girls. Enjoy.